Imagine a woman of immense power, beauty, and privilege, whose name would become synonymous with unspeakable horror, bathing in the blood of the innocent. This is the chilling true story of Elizabeth Báthory, known to history as the Blood Countess. Elizabeth Báthory is one of the most compelling and terrifying figures in true crime history. She's frequently cited as the world's most prolific female serial killer. The legend is instantly macabre, a Hungarian countess, living in vast, isolated castles in the late 16th century, who allegedly tortured and murdered hundreds of young women and girls, all to bathe in their blood and retain her youth. But who was the woman behind the myth? And what truly allowed this horror to unfold for decades in the heart of Europe? Born in 1560, Elizabeth was a member of the powerful and ancient Báthory family, one of the wealthiest and most influential in Hungarian history. Her lineage was a dizzying web of royalty and powerful figures. This immense wealth and status gave her absolute authority over her estates and her tenants. At the age of just 15, she was married to Ferenc Nadasdy, a formidable noble and fierce military commander known as the Black Knight of Hungary. While he spent most of his time away fighting the Ottoman Turks, Elizabeth managed the family's vast holdings, which included the infamous Cactus Castle. Even in the harsh, rigid hierarchy of the 16th century, Báthory's early life showed signs of potential deviance. The noble class operated with impunity, and the severe physical punishment of servants was not unusual, which offered a perfect cover for a budding sadist. It was during her husband's long absences that Elizabeth began to rely on a small circle of loyal servants, most notably the alleged sorceress, Dorothea Sendi's, Dorka. These enablers, either through fear or shared depravity, would become critical to her later crimes. The true turning point in this story came in 1604, with the death of her husband. Elizabeth was now a wealthy widow with total autonomy. The constraints of a husband, however slight, were gone. Her alleged cruelties, which may have started as simple discipline, now escalated into systematic torture. The narcissistic element of her psyche exploded. She believed her will was law, and the lives of her subjects were hers to dispose of. Accounts describe her tormenting young servant girls with pins and needles under their fingernails, beating them, or covering them in honey and leaving them exposed to insects. This wasn't punishment, it was ritualistic sadism, practiced in the deepest, most isolated parts of her castles. But the death of her husband unleashed a darkness that would consume hundreds, transforming a powerful countess into a monster fueled by an insatiable need for suffering. That horror will be fully uncovered in Part 2.